Hello and welcome to the White Walkers with me, Rebecca Walker, joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hello.
And a special guest who is going to moan at me when I say his surname now because apparently English people say his surname wrong. So it's Chris Newson. Is that better?
Newson.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Still can't say the name right.
Thanks for having me, and indeed, thanks for letting me play a physical game again. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely our pleasure. Thank you for playing the game with Richard and babysitting him for a few hours. It was lovely to have a break.
And I hope everybody still stays with us because this is an hour and a half.
Yeah, I must admit I was a little bit surprised about how long this game lasted. So yeah, I hope you've all got some snacks.
Good game
drinks.
though. Good game.
Yeah, I've not actually seen the game, so I have no idea what happens. I don't even know who wins.
And we play with new cards. Is that something we should?
We do play with the new cards.
We should spoil or
new cards up to for the realm.
Yeah, we've finally broken open that pack, haven't we?
Yep. So I might as well talk about my setup because it includes a new card.
Go for it.
So Greyjoy Winter, I've set up Theon, core Theon. Rose Road, Nightflyer I've set up, and Harlaw. So Harlaw is a new card, which is 3 cost. Traits have Harlaw and Iron Island, and it has text. Reduce the reserve value on each opponent's revealed plot card by 1. Also, reduce the cost of each House Harlaw card you marshal by 1, and it has a +1 reserve modifier.
Yeah, then my setup. Well, we all know these cards. So Rose Road, Spare Boots, and that guy that gives other people insights.
Bowen Marsh.
That one.
And you're playing Night's Watch Reigns there, right?
Yes, which is the third time I play Nightwatch.
Yep.
The third?
Well, I played it in 2 tournaments. Nightwatch.
Oh, okay. Wow, so you're not a big Night's Watch person then? Is it a little bit weird playing Night's Watch for an hour and a half?
He loved it. I think he was really enjoying himself.
It was a good match. But yeah, the first match was better. And shorter.
I see. Yeah, we do have another game with Chris that we're hoping we can get recorded commentary with Chris as well. So we'll have to see what the timings are like after our 1.5 hour slog on this one. But I'm sure it'll be fine, right?
Yeah, and it was Stark, so it was nice. So.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
Of course.
We can have a few drinks while we're doing the commentary. It'll be fine.
Sure.
Should we have a quick look at the opening plots as well? What have you played there, Richard?
Winter Reserves.
Okay.
Which would indicate I'm playing winter plots.
Does indeed.
Which goes nicely with the Kings of Winter agenda, so it will reduce Chris's gold on any non-summer plots he has, but also reduce his reserve by 1, along with Harlaw, whose reserve will be reduced by 2 each round. And currently he has 5, but he does have a +1 reserve on Bowen Marsh. So this is game with constant, checking reserve all the time, challenge phases and text phase.
Yeah, so I know Greyjoy Winter back in the days was always a reserve hell already, and they got some new cards which tailor right into that.
I mean, I've got to say, when I saw you pick up Night's Watch Reign, I thought, oh, for God's sake, I know it's got loads of +1 reserve modifiers. So, you're increasing your reserve and I'm trying to decrease your reserve. Who would win?
Oh, I guess in an hour and a half we'll find out, right?
We've got an Age Craftsman on the board by Chris to bring in Castle Black.
Yes, and the other one is...
Othel Yarwick.
What's the guy again? He's inside or something?
So he's really good in this Reign deck because there's a lot of Night's Watch locations that are singletons. They're just a one-off location, and if you don't have the opportunity to use it, you can just trigger Othel Yarwick and give any of your characters an icon.
That's the guy, yes.
Oh, what you do? Nail the location or something then?
Yeah, nail location, give an icon for you.
Oh, nice.
So it's really good, especially like when I'm trying to win a challenge by stealth with Theon.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who I stealth because someone else is going to get the icon.
It seems very good.
That's annoying. So you've got a lot of intrigue present there, Chris.
Yes, and this is me looking through the plots because I did not build the deck and didn't know the deck, so I'm just looking like, does rain surely make sense now? And that happens a lot during this match.
Good thing Richard doesn't have any intrigue icons, right?
Well, I do. I just played one, duped it, and then played a sea tower to draw from it.
Brilliant.
Classic.
Still love Alanis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You used to have a bit of a thing for her, didn't you?
She's great.
Little weird Alanis lover.
You played Greyjoy Reigns in the past, right? Reigns was good.
And that's my other old lady, Gwyneth.
I have no idea what she does.
So she's 4 cost, just 1 icon, power icon, 3 strength, and she has an action which can be done anytime, which is basically put 3 cards of your opponent in your opponent's discard pile back into their deck, bottom of the deck, and then you can draw a card and gain a gold.
Oh, okay. So, okay, yeah, seems alright.
Just draw, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think with me 2 old ladies on the board there, if they stay there, I've got a source of draw.
So we like old ladies now?
The Greyjoy ladies are great.
Old man.
Asher, Gwyneth, Alana, they love drawing you cards. Chris is going to do intrigue, right?
This is me looking like, okay, does Reigns make sense? Do I want to trigger Reigns?
Getting out of your plot makes sense.
That's almost the only reason I'm doing now what I'm going to do.
Because you've got a reserve of... You've got 6 in modifier, but then I'm reducing yours by 2. So you've got a reserve of 4 at the moment.
Yeah, but both tours now have insight.
Didn't you say Winter Reserves works on non-summer plots?
No. So the reserve always works, but the gold reduction only works on non-summer plots.
Oh, I see.
That was also, thinking, the reason of the opening.
Because at first I was thinking, the reserve doesn't work if you've got a summer plot.
No, so it's always works also on yourself, but the gold reduction only on non-summer.
Okay.
But what I maybe think I forgot later on is, I think you also only do the minus gold if you have a winter plot.
Yes, that's correct.
And I think later on, with some plots that were not winter, I also reduced my gold. But
oh, do you?
It's in your system, right?
There are cards like that though, isn't it? When your opponent has something that affects your gold or your draw or something like that, and it's like a constant thing on the board. Sometimes you just either forget, or you always do it even though you don't actually have to do it on certain occasions.
Well, one of the reasons this game takes a long time is because we both spend quite a bit of time checking it a lot. Because A, we're unfamiliar with newer cards, and B, we want to make sure we're playing it correctly. So we do check reserve a lot.
I do recall sitting on the sofa and hearing you guys saying, okay, so you get +1 for this and +1 for this, but -1 for that and -1 for that and -1 for that. So you actually have 3. What?
Are we talking about gold or what?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I can't quite figure out what they're talking about.
A lot of uppers and downers here.
Yeah.
But this is me thinking okay, I have these range plots. None of them were situational helpful now. But I still want to go out of the late summer feast, so I end up doing something, sort of useless as a range plot, but late summer feast is gone and reserve goes up.
Yeah. They're the 2 elements that you care about.
Yeah. And the reason I was checking his Night Flyer in the back was because I'm indeed going to play.
You're going to draw 2
in
cards
10 minutes now.
Hey, to be fair, this is your first, second in real life game
in 2.5
years. I think you're allowed to take a little bit extra to figure out what's going on the board.
It's so nice playing again. So
I was going to say, so this means you're back, right?
I'm back. Yes.
Yay! Signed up for the 8 Regents tournament.
Yes. Can you still sign up if people watch this? I don't know when this.
I think this is up now.
Yeah, I think
you can't sign up anymore.
I think that's the time now. But
got over 64 players, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I think they said they got 66 in the end.
Amazing.
I think Rules has less.
You didn't even need to sign up, Chris.
No, I'm looking forward to it needs exposed publicity, which has no effect except for getting rid of late summer feast.
Yeah. Yeah, because late summer feast, as we saw in one of our previous videos, can be a massive pain in the arse when your opponent has no cards in hand and you're putting to the sword their big bob full of power, and then he draws a friggin' Hand's Judgment from the late summer feast to cancel it. Not that bitter.
Yeah, some marriage problems going on here, but
it's fine.
Or divorce issues maybe arising.
I'm here for the counselling, so.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this, Rebecca?
Well, we need to fight out who gets Chris.
Wow. What if neither of us want Chris?
Oh, I like Chris. He brings me street waffles.
That is true.
Got like
And
4 packs in the
Hagelslag.
kitchen.
Do you like that? He
Yeah.
brings me stroopwafel. Do I not allow?
I mean, you're allowed to have the odd one here and there. I
Thank
guess.
you. Very kind.
And it was his birthday, right? So
I mean, it was his birthday.
it's my present to you, Bill.
But he
You
does
were
have...
fine.
That's where I got one.
Yeah, but you got 2 birthday cakes.
Yeah, which you've not allowed me to open.
Oh, shh. You little bullshitter. I've been trying to hint for you to open those bloody birthday cakes the last, 2 days so I can have some.
So you won the intrigue challenge, you flipped into rain because I left it unopposed, and you increased your reserve and got out of late on my feet by playing Exposed Duplicity. Obviously, assuming that I don't have many Shadows cards, if any, which is a fair assumption, I guess, in Greyjoy Winter. Drawn 2 from Insight from both your stewards. I got in with a power challenge with your Aged Craftsman,
Cheeky.
which I've defended by the look of it. No, or did I let that go through?
I think you let it go through, and now you're attacking on power back.
Yeah, correct.
And I am blocking that one. And standing.
Nice.
Oh, is that a castle?
Yeah, it's a castle
Black.
back.
So you win that comfortably, but I think I need you to use Castle Black.
What challenge is it that you're trying to get through?
I need him to use it so Othel can't just give out Icon and block my Theon. Because I want to get my unopposed power on Theon.
Okay.
But I can't do that while Castle Black's standing because Othel Yarwick can give an Icon.
But the thing is, even if you... yeah.
Whereas now you've nailed Castle Black, I can just win a military without you being able to give an Icon out.
Yeah.
Which means I've got power on Theon.
Do you have to kneel a Night's Watch location then for his action?
Yes.
I see. Yeah, I was going to say, kneeling a road for that kind of thing would be very, very nice.
So yeah, first aid. 3 powers for me, 2 for you.
Seems finely balanced. I mean, I'm not unhappy with my board or my hand. I feel like I've got enough cards, I've got enough ways to draw. So you're getting rid of card to reserve now, which is actually kind of going to play into Gwyneth Harlow's hand. Because it will enable me to put 3 of them back on the bottom of your deck and get a card for myself and a gold. Of course, we didn't point out earlier that the reason I was able to play the Chud, Gwyneth and Alanis on a 5 gold plot is because Harlaw, the 3-cost location, gave me a discount on both Gwyneth and Alanis.
Oh, right, is it not the first?
No, it's every House Harlaw card that you play is reduced.
It's strong.
Which is why, if it was just a +1 reserve modifier and reduced your opponent's reserve by 1, it wouldn't be worth 3. If it reduced the first one, it might be worth 3. But there aren't that many House Harlaw cards to reduce.
Yeah. I was going to say, I can't really think of that many, but then again, my memory's not great.
You're going to see them all.
All?
Yeah. You will see them all.
Do you get through your entire deck?
Pretty much.
Awesome.
We both almost do so.
It was a long game.
Oh, I can't wait to see who decks themselves.
I used to be shuffling things under my deck, so...
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think Gwyneth might be shuffled. We'll find out in a minute when I use her for the first time.
Oh, he's already 3 in his discard.
Yeah, he just discarded to reserve.
That's what Winter's doing.
Right, so you've
Another
gone
one.
a late summer feast again.
Yeah,
What's
I was
that one,
fearing the
actually?
winter, but...
I've gone for full spring,
Oh, right, okay.
which is Chris must reveal to me 3 cards from his hand and I will choose and discard one. Chris has revealed late summer feast again.
Yeah, I was fearing the winter and I thought need some board presence. But the downside is the other plots are quite low on gold.
Yeah, because I don't feel like your board presence is too bad compared to mine. I've got 3 middling characters and a chud. You've got 2 middling to higher characters and 2 more chuddy ones. I think the board days are fairly even.
Interesting cards in hand there, Chris.
I mean, I built both these decks, and I thought my reasoning here for getting rid of the card I get rid of is because I thought I'll probably put Valar D and Valar M in and 3 Craster. You know, because he will live through it all. So you'll always come out with an advantage with the reset. And when you've got all the drawers, you can dupe all your other characters as necessary.
Yeah, in hindsight, maybe Crosser was better to keep. But my hand is pretty good, that's not the problem. But because you're going to see what I'm going to play now, it's probably also a new card.
Yeah. There's another plot you could have played for this new card as well. But we'll come to that in a bit.
A lot of hindsights here. Do you guys have that? Do you guys have it often? When you're looking at this, like, okay, I should have done it better.
Yeah. This is why we have practice games with decks when we build them, right?
Yeah.
It's also quite handy doing the commentary on your games that you've done, because you look back and you're like, oh yeah, I did that. Oh, actually, yeah, this would have been a lot better if I'd just done it this way. So it's quite nice to sort of self-reflect on your own games in that sense.
Definitely.
I mean, it's not like there's many tournament games that we can record in real life at the moment, so...
Hopefully soon, right? So
yeah, in November.
Hopefully.
Please, everybody in the world, give me reason to travel again.
Yeah. Come on, Starlek. It's going to be good, right?
It's going to be fun.
18 November.
I certainly don't expect to win many games, given that we haven't played in 2 years.
But nobody has. Maybe online, but...
Yeah, online people probably have an advantage.
I just want to go and see people, to be honest.
Oh, well,
do you
don't need Starlight for that.
But do you think people online have advantage? I mean, if they're playing real life, they're going to forget a lot of triggers.
That is true. They won't be prompted for triggers. This is a real thing. And online players only might be a little bit offended by saying, come on, I'm not going to forget my triggers. But it is true.
It is. In the heat of the moment, there are so many different things.
You have to really focus IRL.
If you've got like 3 possible reactions after a challenge, it is hard to sort of go through each card that possibly might be reacting. Like, okay, that one, that's an interrupt. Like, oh, I wanted to do that if I did this, and you know.
Boom! 8 gold. So
this
is a new card. I'll read it out. 8 cost, military intrigue icon, and 7 strength. It's called the Great Ranging, which is a unique army. So I guess it's a thing for one of the new packs. I guess every house got an 8 cost army.
Except Dark, because they already had one.
We already had a crappy one, so we didn't get a new one. But I think this is one of the better ones. So it has assault. I'll come back to that in a moment. Insight, intimidate, and no attachments. And it has a reaction. After you marshal the Great Ranging, search your hands, deck, and discard pile for the fist of the first man and put it into play.
Nice.
So I've looked for a free location as well. I guess that location is familiar to people.
You can explain it.
Okay, I'm going to do it from my mind. Is if you have a higher reserve value, which is sucky against a winter agenda, then your rangers get +1 strength, and they're immune to stealth.
Correct.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. And he has +1 reserve, so that also helps against...
Yeah, I can see you have 4 reserve modifiers on the deck with your 4 +1s. So your reserve is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -1, -2.
But a great army, and to come back to the assault, I mean, this was for me a new keyword. Assault means when I initiate a challenge, I can choose a location, and that location is blank for the challenge. And if I win the challenge, that location will be nulled. Correct?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well then it was correctly explained and correctly to me and also to you then. And also played another new card, but that's very simple. It's an old steward, 2 cost, intrigue, and 2 strength, and 1 reserve. Well,
simple but does
simple but effective steward. So a lot of people that also have insight on my side.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, because who is it giving everyone insight?
The second from left.
That's it.
He's the 6 coster with a weirdly green hand.
Does he have a green hand?
He's got a weird green hand, like a zombie hand.
I feel like I need to look at this hand now.
Rebecca, I've just played 10 Towers Galley for free because of Harlaw. Can you remember what it does?
Yes, let me consult my memory, because I definitely don't have the cards here in front of me. So 10 Towers Galley is a 1 cost location. It isn't loyal, and it isn't unique. It's House Harlaw, a warship. While 10 Towers Galley is standing, reduce reserve value on each opponent's revealed plot card by 1. God, there is a lot of plot. What do you call it? hand reserve stuff in this, isn't there?
Yes.
As an action, you can kneel a location with printed cost 2 or higher to kneel 10 towers galley, and any player may initiate this ability.
Which is why I was very disappointed to see Fist of the First Men hit the board, because sometimes it's working, and even when it's working it doesn't need to be standing. So you've got the opportunity to kneel my 10 tower galley if you need to. You may not need to.
So you could just do this like every turn if you wanted, basically, just to be annoying.
If it stayed on the board every time.
And Greyjoy Winter is annoying, so...
Yeah.
So I've got like -3 of reserve, but Chris at the moment had +4. So, I mean, my reserve itself is 5 + 1 - 1, so it's 5. And Chris's is 5 + 4 - 3, so Chris had the higher reserve. His rangers are higher strength.
Nice.
So again,
And
it's
that
a
was to give
constant.
them... What again, sorry?
+1 and immune to stealth.
That was it, yeah. Immune to stealth. Always good against a stealth deck.
So this is why we're having to count the reserve every challenges phase as well as taxation phase.
Oh, right, I see, yeah, because it affects the characters on the board.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
And I've also marshalled another character at the very top near my deck, and that is the Knight. The Knight is a House Harlaw character.
Okay.
He's 5 cost, 5 strength, military power, House Harlaw, and basically when you're attacking alone, he gains renown and stealth.
Cool. Has he got a boat as well that goes with him? Or am I misremembering that?
I don't think so.
No. There was a couple of newer Greyjoy cards that had boats, wasn't there? So.
Yeah, he's not one of them. He is actually Sir House Harlaw, and probably the only Valyrian steel sword that isn't in the game yet. Nightfall.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll get one of those soon.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, cool.
Maybe you'll actually get to design a card, your chat card, and then you can get a Valyrian steel for
Nightfall.
him.
Whilst this sword is on a character, the opponent gets -5 reserve. It's got to be overpowered because it's a trump
Seems
card, right?
feasible. Yeah, go for it. Right, what's going on? You guys still marshalling or?
No, this is challenges. I'm doing an intrigue challenge, going through my range plots and still seeing not that great of range plots. But yeah, late summer feast, still want to go out, but don't want to overcommit. So I think I went in for 7-ish.
Yep.
Yeah, 7.
So if I want to block it, I would need to kneel Alanis
Yeah.
to block the range trigger.
So that was my thing. So he cannot just shut block with the kneeling guy, the location kneeling guy, and
Shipwright.
yeah, shipwright.
Yeah, Lord Sport Shipwright.
That's correct.
So yeah, I'm forcing him to kneel his bigger intrigue icon to stop my range, but I still win. He draws a card, I draw 3 cards, so it seems like a good trade-off. Even 4 cards or not.
Do you think maybe you should have gone on with the great ranging? You could have had an intimidate.
Well, I still have my military challenge.
You do, but you've given me cards with late summer feast is the only downside.
Yes.
So if you have done that with the great ranging, I guess you lose your ability to military. Although Yarwick can give out a military icon with the fist. If you knelt the Fist of the First Men, for example. That's what I mean. In fact, it's a great game because there's so many options. There's so many different ways to try and gain an advantage for both of us.
Sorry, I'm just seeing you like scooping like a handful of cards off the top of your deck there.
Almost completely your hands. Okay.
Bone mastering work.
Losing a lot.
Giving me a card, drawing yourself loads of cards.
Yeah, you can just keep triggering a... Is it Gwyneth?
Gwyneth.
Gwyneth.
Have I triggered her yet?
I think you have at least once.
Yeah, I think you did this turn when.
But I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think I did because I put Fist of the First Men back in your deck and then you played the Great Ranging.
But it also looks in your discard pile.
I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that did it. But I've also been drawing cards with Alanis as well because I played out another Sea Tower and the 10 Towers Galleys. I've drawn 1 card at least from that. I have a card in Shadows as well.
Oh, I just thought that was your hand. But
Yeah,
your hand
so
is there, isn't it?
then I thought, hey, I already played my exposed publicity. That sucks. But yeah, it can be Night Flyer, and there are a few
Oakdale
more
Bone.
Nighttime Marauders or something. Is that
Nighttime Marauders. Blackwater Raiders.
You like Pinch.
Pinch. There's the Macquarie.
Macaw!
It does sound like a strangulated parrot, doesn't it?
Oh dear.
But yeah, you see me here doing military, looking for what location to assault, but there are not that great location targets to assault.
Yeah, because the only one really that actually affects anything is maybe in another round, 10 Towers Galley, because it would be blank, so your reserve would be temporarily higher, making your ranger possibly +1 strength. But otherwise, Harlow's not going to do anything at this stage.
No,
well,
and even if I kneel your kneel card, it still stands in standing phase and still.
But then you can kneel your fist in the standing phase and kneel to the galley. It's just one of those.
Yeah, and even just had law choices that felt suboptimal. But
mind you, blanking Harlaw, you are blanking the +1 reserve modifier of mine. If that matters, if I draw Hotho Humpback and we start checking reserve in the challenge phase, it may not happen, ladies and gentlemen.
If you draw Hempy Hempy, then that would definitely be a thing.
Hempy Hempy.
Hempy Hempy.
Hempy Hempy.
Humpy Humpy.
Humpy Pumpy.
Is he just Humpty Dumpty now? Aww, poor little dude.
You've murdered my fishmonger. My poor little fish delivery guy. Murdered by the Great Ranging. I don't think they were looking for Iron Island fishmongers when they went north of the wall.
You never know. The wall needs everything.
Yeah, the thing that annoys me a little bit about the Great Ranging is they're an army, which will become relevant for reasons later. Ranger and Steward. How rude.
Well, it's an army that has everything, right? Why are there no builders?
No builders. Apparently you can't take builders on a Great Ranging. They've got to stay home and build some castles.
Isn't that an army like, okay, who's a builder here? Okay, yeah, you, okay, we're also builders.
Apparently not, no.
That's
no longer a thing.
Sad times.
Right, I've done an intrigue, it seems, which you have left unopposed.
Yeah.
You have 2 characters left standing, and I'm assuming that you want to just block the arms trigger.
Well, at the moment, I think I have so many cards, which I'm going to lose anyway. If I win the challenge, I'll give you cards, so...
Oh!
The Wall.
The Wall.
That was one of the better picks you could choose, so...
That's a little bit sad to see go.
Well, there are 2 more copies in the deck, you imagine.
True.
I thought you were just going to say, there are 2 more copies in his hand. Which we'll see later.
And the problem is he will probably get it in a post anyway. There's not really a...
Yeah, I mean, I've resigned to the fact I'm not getting unopposed, because even if I did a chump power with Gwyness, he blocked and then castled black to restand, and he still got Fist of the First Men to give himself a military icon to whoever Theon did not steal. So
here, I could have won the challenge, but I felt that not giving you a card was better.
Yep, makes sense.
But the power was more important, so I did defend.
Win that and take Dom, and I'll just take the card.
Power wins games, right?
Right, so it looks like you are on 5 power.
Whoop.
And I am on 3 power.
Yeah, I've put my Stark power tokens in the neat eyebrow position.
Yeah, I see the eyebrow. I think of it more like a worm.
So there's 1 worm gone, so that's
1 worm is gone, so 5 power to go.
I'm a little bit concerned about these 3 eyebrows that you apparently have. Is it maybe 2 eyebrows and a moustache?
That's right.
Yes.
I'm not going to stand my character. Oh, yeah, I am.
Not allowed.
So this is quite a tight game at the moment. It's tight. It's good. You don't know who's going to win, which is a sign of a good game, right?
Well, I think an hour and a half is probably a sign of a good game, unless you're playing Martell. Then it's probably a horrible journey.
Then it's probably the worst game you've ever played.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Because playing an hour and a half against Greyjoy Winter is also an accompaniment on itself, right?
Yeah. Some of that, I guess, was trying to rectify an issue later. And, learning the cards. Yeah, that you know this means.
I think I know what you're talking about.
This is also me playing in a completely new house, which is, I guess, maybe this house came in a new pack or something.
Alright, third plot. Is it going to be a winter plot for me? Probably.
Yeah.
It's going to be Chris's third Make Some Feast.
No, yeah. On my
got an issue.
On my side, the plot choices were quite limited.
2 winter plots. So, Chris had played The Fire That Burns. It's 460, no claim, 7 reserve. But the text on it says each Night's Watch character you control does not kneel to defend.
That's a bit annoying.
And I must say, I had hopes to win initiative here.
Yes, much better when you're going second. Yeah,
it's defending.
What's your plot, Richard?
My plot is nothing burns like the cold. So we both basically get rid of a non-limited location and an attachment. So neither of us have any attachment. So I got rid of Nightflyer, and Chris has got rid of Fist of the First Men.
Yes.
That's sad.
I chose to play that because I want to get rid of one of your...
Yeah, I can see why you did it. I had hoped to win initiative here, but...
And the other option is, if that's Nightflyer I've got in Shadow, I can now play it.
Yeah, that's also my sad realizations there. And you have quite some locations.
Yeah, you need
so
to
your money stuff is also working.
So it's 4 gold plot, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a 4 gold plot. How have you got so much gold?
I think you might have taken 1 too many.
Yeah, so now I'll return 1. So that's now the struggles I'm coming against, is not having enough gold for all dot cards I had in the play in my hand.
Got a dupe for Boone Marsh.
Yeah, Greyjoy Lost Fallout, so
That's nice.
Waiting to see what resets are going to appear later.
well,
If any.
within an hour and a half, some might appear.
There's going to be some resets, right? You've both got quite big boards. You've both got duped characters.
I think an issue now that Chris has is he's drawn a lot of cards, right? But both Late Summer Feasts have gone. And I think now he's drawn copies of 7-cost Jon Snow.
Yes.
Which can't quite afford.
Ah.
Yeah, if I had 7 gold, I had a double duped Jon Snow waiting for me. Sadly, that was not the case. Played a card in Shadows, and now I don't remember which card it was. Oh, yeah, I do remember, yeah.
So I'm checking Chris's discard pile for some reason.
To see what you want to put back in?
Yep. There is another reason, actually.
Oh?
Yeah, I won't tell you yet. But you might guess it.
Oh, don't say that.
You might not.
I probably won't. I can barely remember cards that I have been playing with for like the last 6 years.
Yeah,
so.
to be fair, the other reason I don't think you'll ever have encountered. So, Gren. So he's annoying because you can win military quite comfortably with him and the Great Ranging and steal a power. So it's like a power claim on a military challenge.
See, that was...
Yeah. So Gwyneth obviously put them on the bottom of your deck.
Didn't fancy putting the wall back in then.
Nope. So Harlov has reduced my 10 Towers Galley to 0 cost, and I've drawn from Alanis from it, which is really nice. You know what? There is another version of Alanis in the core set, which is when you're the first player, your opponent has 1 less reserve.
Yeah, I remember
Which you would
that
think would kind of synergise better with the winter deck idea. However, I wanted a draw engine, so I tried to make it work. And it's working well so far. And again, another reduction of 1 on Hotho Humpback.
Hotho Humpback.
You want to read him out, don't you, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Humpy Dumpy.
Who is he? Humpty Dumpty. So he's a 4-cost character. He has an intrigue and a power icon, 3 strength. He is unique. He's not called Humpty Dumpty, unfortunately. He's called Hotho Humpback. He's House Harlaw. He is not loyal. And as a challenges action even.
His action is very challenging.
Indeed. Each player draws 1 card. Each player checks reserve. Limit once per round.
Nasty.
Nasty indeed.
So, we're talking reserve here. So Chris has 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 reserve minus 1, 2, 3, 4.
So quite okay. Still.
Yeah. So 7. So only if you get loads of cards in hand is it worth triggering Hoso. I think I'm making a mistake in this round in that I could have triggered Hoso in this challenge phase after you draw cards with.
I think you could have triggered it at some point.
So I've also put Andric out and Orkmont Reaver. So I thought my theory behind this was I didn't really need to oversaturate the board. However, I've got quite a few cards in hand anyway, so I could repopulate if there's a reset. And the 2 guys I put out have Pillage, so they will help populate the discard pile.
Whoop.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Pillage is going to be nice. I mean, I know you're putting the cards back into his deck, but, also trying to deck someone might be fun.
No.
Change your playstyle at some point.
That is possible given the amount Chris seemingly could draw.
Yeah, but it's only because I'm drawing a lot of cards. So.
But then I am shoving card back in his deck.
Yeah.
You should stop. He would have lost. This game lasts an hour and a half, right? He'd probably lost on being decked.
He's got 1 card in his discard pile.
That's because you put 9 back in.
Well, deal with it, bro.
Get in there.
So you're assaulting Harlaw with your great ranging. They are really lost. They're definitely not north of the wall.
I was going to say.
They've managed to cross seas.
So yeah, winning challenge, stealing power. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, you've gone in with seemingly 10 strength. I mean, I have 10 strength to block it with. More than 10.
Yeah.
I think I've got 14 on the board, but do I want only 4 characters to block that?
That's my push.
Makes sense. I'm like, shit, what does Gwen do? He does a thing. It's not a thing I want to see. It's 11:45.
And you fully commit.
Yeah, fully block it.
Go for it.
Again, I figure I get 2 pillages, which will put 3 in your discard. That was my reasoning.
Anything good?
I'll do them in an order where, because Andric does a thing, he can, I can look at any card in your discard pile, and if there's a copy of it on the board, I can get rid of it if it's a locational attachment.
But sadly, 2 stories. No bingo for you.
No, not this time.
It's a nice little pillage, though. I mean, I know the stewards aren't big, important characters, but sometimes it is nice just to have those little characters just to help camp out the board a bit.
If there's a reset, definitely. Because you want to be able to stabilise, not only get characters on the board, but stabilise. And if you've got a Chud, then you've got Claim Soak as well.
Although neither of you are really playing like you have a reset.
Well,
no.
That's the consequence, I think, of both of our hands being full. When your hand is full, you can keep enough back to repopulate after a reset.
Yeah, me thinking, how can I trigger range, and if not, kneel enough characters, which feels important.
See, I mean, the plot, the fire that burns, is excellent if you can be the second player, because you soak up all your opponent has to attack you with by not kneeling any of your characters, and then you just swing back with an intrigue, you flip out of it, and then you've got claim with all of your challenges.
Yeah.
So it's really good in range.
And there's even me forgetting that this plot doesn't even have claim.
Oh, yeah.
This is such a bad plot going first.
Oh, yeah, that is true, yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's me not playing Nightwatch.
Yeah, I didn't really want to get intimidated either with the military challenge, which is another reason why I blocked it, even though you have no claim.
Yeah, claim is not that important, where you many shots, so...
But the intimidate, we didn't want to lose Alanis, really. Intrigue icon felt very important.
Not true.
What's your take on all this, Rebecca?
Are
you still watching?
I'm still watching. I'm looking at it thinking, God, I'm so glad I didn't play this game. Because big boards like this with things that you have to take into account, pluses and minuses for stuff. I hate that.
Well, this is a game between the FFG European Melee champion, Chris Newson, and the guy who played his deck at Worlds.
And his world champion.
So that basically means you won World as well, Chris. So well done.
So we can table talk a lot.
There you go.
Doesn't really work well, 1 versus 1. Well, it was at least nice to play.
It's been nice to know that your deck won Worlds, even if you weren't playing it.
And we both got a card design, right?
Definitely. We're going to make that happen, right?
That's all right. I'm sure you've got enough sway with the design committee to get your chant card sorted finally.
I don't get involved in all of that.
No?
No, they do whatever they want.
But I must say, props to them because I'm looking through the new cards and they look quite nice.
They do. The Brand the Builder pack have been released today, I believe.
Yeah, I saw a link put out with Calvin put it out actually, Calvin Green. It's like he's starting to get back involved in Thrones again, which is nice.
I did message him and he was trying to play it down.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think he's secretly getting excited for the game again.
I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited by these 2 live games we just played. And,
and the new card looked good. And there's actually some Direwolf support. Lady.
Yes, Direwolf support.
Spoilers for the other match, but I love myself some wolves.
Yeah, me too. And there's a new Bran as well, which is really quite interesting.
Okay.
So, yeah. Exciting times for the game.
Is this where Bran the Builder's come from?
Bran the Builder. There's a plot called Bran the Builder, which is a good plot.
It's not Bran as in current Bran stock though,
No,
right?
Brandon,
the old
ancestor.
The OG star, right?
Right, so we're picking plots here for round 4.
Yeah, and you know what happens to big boards, right?
Yeah.
Kaboom!
I'm thinking, I've got him in a checkmate here. This is checkmate. I've got him. Because I'm going to do this. First snow.
Yeah, and I play a very suboptimal plot because my other plots are very suboptimal. Who made this deck?
It's a really good deck.
It's a great deck.
I mean, I like I said earlier, I don't think I would have played both Late Summer Feast early.
That's true. That's definitely true.
I feel I would have probably saved one a little bit later.
The problem is the other plots.
Yeah, well, the main thing is there's another plot in there which might have been good, but of course you've never played it before, but we'll come to that. But first, no, it's going to hurt your board. It's going to reduce your board by half.
It's going to hurt your board too a bit though, right?
Yeah.
2 characters.
And the problem is...
2?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Knight is 5, Andrix 4, Gwyneth 4, Theon 4, Alanis 5, Hotho 4. So it's Altmont Reaver who'll come back, but Shipwright can still kneel Castle Black or Underground Vault.
So I guess the first action here is important.
Yeah. So I said to you, well, you chose to be first, which is wise, and I said to you, right, what's your first marshalling action? And he was like, I'm going to kneel Underground Vault. I was like, fine. I'm going to keep my Shipwright standing just in case you marshal another one.
Yes.
Is that Weapons at the Door that you've played?
Yes.
You do have a few very random plots in there.
It's not random. Attachments are a real annoying thing.
But you've got...
But not against Nightwatch.
There's no way to deal with a Voltron for Night's Watch.
And then you've also got Exposed Duplicity as one of the plots.
Shadow's deck just hurts you.
No, Shadow's decks don't exist, remember?
They do exist when you play online.
No.
Well, this is a deck I built online and played online. And Weapons at the Door went in because I kept coming up against some dick playing Greyjoy Banner of the Dragon. He gifts for the Widow in Valyrian Steel Armour, so Euron can't be killed or marched. And then gifts for the Widow again for Queensguard. And then he just keeps, using Queensguard discarding a card, because Valyrian Steel Armor also gives you on insight. Draw the card with insight, discard it with Queen card, stand again, steal the location, and he just kept doing that. And weapons at the door, the only thing I could do to get rid of it and then vow out him.
It seems like you've been very hurt online.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they're real degenerates online.
My biggest struggle here is I had no goal to play my 3 copies of Jon Snow.
You got Card and Shadows.
I've got a card in Shadows.
Is it a Jon Snow?
It's not a Jon Snow. But I played an Iron Throne, which is, it helps me win dominance quite a few rounds. So that's something, but hey, no characters.
So the Iron Throne is good on many fronts because it gives you a +1 reserve, helps you win dominant, and it's a 2-cost location which you could kneel if you want to kneel Galley. So.
Galley.
Yeah, 10 towers Galley.
Keep forgetting the Galley.
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 Chris, am I right in thinking your power total hasn't changed throughout the last 2 rounds?
Wow. She's giving you shade, Chris.
Well, it's salt in the wounds here.
Yeah.
Oh, Greyjoy.
Wow. I see what you did there.
You salty
So
seaman.
I played a new card for 1 cost. It is a 2-cost location, but I paid 1 for it because Harlaw doing solid work.
Yeah, so it's called Sea Song. It's unique. It is loyal. It's a House, Harlaw, and Warship trait. While you control the reader, he gains insight. And reaction, after 1 or more cards are discarded for reserve, either draw 1 card or gain 1 power for your faction. Limits twice per round.
Yes.
I
am of the opinion.
With Humpty Dumpty.
Yes.
I see.
I am of the opinion that this card is bad. It's not very good. You wouldn't really want to pay 2 for it. It's acceptable with 1, but you can never guarantee it triggering.
It makes sense, that winter deck.
Makes sense too.
In this winter agenda.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it as
But
that
it would
bad.
never be
Why
more
are
than
you-
a 1-off.
Why only 1-off?
Because some opponents just have lots of reserves. Or what you often find in a lot of decks is the opponent just run out of card and then it never triggers.
Yeah.
Then they're just top decking and playing out what they're top decking.
But it also triggers on yourself.
It also triggers on itself, yeah. So when I discard card from my hand, it will fire as well.
Yeah.
Which you do have in control. But yeah, still, it feels good in the winter.
I think, like you say, paying only 1 for it with the
With Harlaw out.
with the Harlaw out, yeah. I think it's a lot more acceptable.
See a lot of synergy on your side.
Yeah. They all work together, right?
Also, first snow happened and it seems quite a big board on your side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got Silence's crew out now and it's bestowed. So,
Chris isn't looking so good.
no, he is in a decent position. I triggered Hotho to draw a card and check reserve, and Chris had to get rid of 7 cards to reserve because I first snowed loads of his characters back to him.
Yeah. So that hurts, but these were all cards I was never going to play because they were all high cost cards. Well, Grander.
3 Jon Snows.
3 Jon Snow, Corin Half Hands.
Did you check all the Jon Snows?
Yep.
I was because
He's
Spoilers.
plot.
the plots don't pay for it.
So I triggered Seasong on Chris's discard, and I also had to discard myself, so I triggered it for myself, and I gained power both times.
Oh, right. Ah, that's quite cool. I don't know why I didn't even twig that you could do it for yourself and the other person if you're both discarding, but that does definitely make sense.
Yeah, so now the power totals looking a little different. I'm on 8 to Chris's 5. However, Chris has gone in with an intrigue for 12. I've only
12?
Yeah, Great
Yes.
Ranging and
Oh.
Othel Yorick.
Didn't see the
Now
other
I've
two.
only got 7. So what's going to happen here, Rebecca?
He's going to rains.
Into...
Wildfire.
Yes.
Boom.
That's what I'm knowing. So who do you keep if you're me?
Well, you love Alanis. I'm assuming Alanis stays.
Oh, what's this?
Oh! Wow, I was right about Pinch, but on the wrong side.
Chris.
Pinchy Winchy.
I mean, I built the deck, so why wouldn't I put pinch in it?
Yeah.
If you're trying to win an intrigue by 5, you can pinch.
But then again, if you're wildfiring, do you want to pinch?
Well, you wanna.
You kind of want to kill him, right?
True. So I don't trigger it.
So it means he's basically making me kill Theon.
I see. That makes more sense.
And I can just trigger Winch first, so if he doesn't choose Theon, I can still pinch him.
Ah, yeah, of course. I always think the pinch is a reaction, but no, you
It's
play it first.
It's a
Yeah, but
reaction.
you can play it first, don't you?
You
So,
choose,
like,
you choose which reaction.
yeah, and then you react after it's been played. Because sometimes you can put pinch on somebody and then they'll be like, haha, I've got a trick actually, so you're not winning by 5. So yeah, Wildfire. Oh, Richard, what are you going to do?
Well, the worst thing when you pinch a start player and then they go, ha, Arya's gift. And then you're sad because you don't want to pinch Rick on.
No.
Or when the Night's Watch player has spare boot out and you've forgotten. Spare boot's like, I'll take that. Right, so Silence's crew's going, the Knight's going.
Yeah, because a lot of those characters are unique as well, aren't they?
I'm keeping Andric and Gwyneth. See, I think I've got Andric on the board, he's a 1-of. I've got Gwyneth on the board, a 1-of. And I've got Hotho on the board, he's a 3-of.
So surely you would keep Hotho.
But he's not going to help me in this round. And I've already discarded a lot of cards from Chris's hand. I don't know if he's ever going to have enough cards again to make Hotho relevant.
Fair.
So, I can tell you my draw next round was 2 Hotho. Well, yeah. Don't choke on your water, will you?
Isn't that not like always the way though?
Yeah, I know.
Whatever decision you make, it'll
But
always be the wrong
it's still
one.
a better choice, right?
I'm killing a lot of uniques here. This is a really good Wildfire. Theon's a 1-of. The Knight's a 1-of.
And apparently pinch goes back
Oh
to your
no,
hand.
I'm keeping the Knight and Silence's crew. So I kill Andric, kill Gwyneth. I kept Alanis because
You
I'm
love
drawing
her.
cards. And she's helping me draw cards. And I've got a location in hand.
And I still have my Intimidate, so it's not a bad range.
My other 4 costs. I've got another 4 costs. I've got a lot of 1-ofs in the deck. Which means if they get Valar, I'm not too worried. Because I also have a lot of non-uniques in the deck as well, like Silence's crew, Botley crew, Altmont Raider, Lord Port Shipwright.
I'd just like to point out that about, 30 seconds ago, it was looking like you're about to steamroll Chris. And now you're looking not quite so good.
I'm looking dishevelled.
A daily state for you, honey.
Like I've met the Drowned God. But I do have a card in Shadow still. Have you figured out what it is yet?
Is it another pinch?
No.
Oh, that would be banter.
That would be banter, but the Great Ranging and no attachments. So that would be sad. But a pinch would be good here because you're struggling to play out characters. So pinching a 6-cost character back to Chris's hand is always good. Chris has taken away a dip. Oh look, Silence's crew pillaging a location and getting extra bestow.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, Chris taking the dupe off Bow and Marsh make me think, hang on, did I actually put Valar D and Valar M in this deck? But why am I running Cresta? And then I'm really confused. I don't know what's going on. But I'm thinking, well, he's not a Valar me. Because I've got a dupe. And he doesn't have any dupe. So this is really good.
Or maybe you were just a bit of a numpty on the deck building and put a random Cresta in for no reason.
I don't know. Maybe I took out Valar for weapons at the door. Because I was so traumatised that I couldn't Valar you on.
And the thing was, my hand was still full of cheap cost characters because of First Snow. So even if your Valar would happen, I was like, okay, we're still.
You can actually.
I would hope to flop the board if I had a high gold plot.
But you already played it.
I want more, Richard.
No. So what's the power totals like? They are
1.5 eyebrow against.
You're winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8-6. Just from the Wildfire, bang.
Smashing you, Richard. Smashing you.
Alright, I'm interested to see how your game goes. I'd love to see what happens there.
Alright, Han.
'Cause I don't know, I didn't watch it.
Oh yeah, it's still brand new for you.
I watched the first round, I think.
It was a good game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
And Dire was a fun.
I Oh, another Jon Snow going on. Did you have 4 Jon Snows?
No, I took away 2, and then this is the last one.
Took away 3
I didn't have 4 in my hand, honest.
What's coming here? Siege preparation.
I don't even know what that does.
You draw up to your reserve.
Which is very sucky against Winter.
Yeah, I mean, against any other deck, when you have like a 10 reserve with all those reserve modifiers, you can draw a lot of cards.
Yeah, and again, I only have low gold plot choices, so again, suboptimal.
The only thing with Siege Prep is you're basically saying, I'm not going to trigger rain this round.
Ah, yeah, of course.
You don't want to cover that up.
Well, in this case, I could even cover it up. Because my reserve may be less than my hand.
Yeah, that's true. So, I have Valard. Got about 10 drink science.
I did not think you would Valar, but hey. It was a good call.
That's probably the best time to Valar then.
Because I drew that 8 cost raging party.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's actually a reason I Valar there, because you've got no dupe, and I thought if you draw a dupe, I'm going to be annoyed.
Yeah.
I thought, let's just do it now while I have a dupe. And of course, I have no rhythm from the sea.
And here I make that classic mistake of taking 1 less gold. But it doesn't work on Valar.
No. What? You've taken 2 gold? But you've got a Rosebud.
Not sure what
it
it is.
I'm the first player, so you haven't actually collected money yet.
I only want to take...
Right, so I played a free boat drawn from Alanis, played a Chud. Got plenty of gold. Plenty of resources to play out stuff. Still quite a few cards in hand. Shipwright, but he'd already know who's Vault, which is only getting him 1 gold.
Better than none. How many gold do you get on siege preparations? Is it 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
4 plus the Rose Road, 5 plus the Northern.
Looking at now, I think I made more boo-boos.
I feel like you're missing quite a bit of gold there.
Yeah, not sure how. Maybe I was looking at far, I thought, I have 2 gold. -1, +1 is 2. Yeah, the number game here.
This is weird. Maybe you collect some more gold in a minute. I don't know.
Yeah, but like I said, thinking back to this game, I think I made a mistake here.
Right, I've had enough populating the board there. Saving 2 gold. You played another version. Yeah, I think you've 2 gold yourself short.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for not pointing that out.
I was obviously so wrapped up in my own game plan here.
I mean, this was game otherwise.
Illegal board deck, well, not illegal, it just compromised, isn't it?
But yeah, more things happen here, right?
Yes, more things happen here. If you think that's all of Chris's errors. But this is your second game in 16 years, 2 years.
16.
16.
So yeah, unopposed challenge here. Military, no claim. Still got pillage. They've probably got stealth now.
What? Why have you got 2? Oh no, it's okay, never mind. Sorry, the screen's really glary for me, so I can't really see the cards properly. I thought you had 2 hands for some reason. As in like...
I was going to say, I do. Left hand.
As in like, no, like cards. But, now I can see if I lean across, I can see it's the plot cards I'm looking at.
I see.
Not much happening for us. My dominance because of the Iron Throne.
I'll count in reserve again.
And Siege Prep drawing me 0 cards.
This is where the sea song, like, not doing anything.
Yeah.
So this is why I think it, not a great card. It's not a reliable card. But if you get 2 power a game from it, then I guess it's worth the cost, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we know. We're playing it.
I'm waiting to see what this blunder is now.
Oh. Oh, Rebecca. So I think this is plot 6.
Oh.
Valor into Ranger's cache.
I guess that's why you weren't too bothered about playing out lots of cards.
Yeah.
Maybe that saved me again.
Just had to change the battery there, which is why the screen changed slightly.
The game was too long, right?
I was definitely ready for bed about an hour before this game finished.
You guys are still playing? Yeah.
At one point, I thought that you had finished, and I was like, "Oh, okay. How's your game, guys?" And you're like, "No. We're just discussing the game."
Because the game was really good. I mean, but I was looking at I see this whole backboard of Richard. I was like, so many locations. This can never end well.
And at this point, you have reserve of 5, 6, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have a reserve of 2. So now I feel like my deck doing a little bit more what it's supposed to do. And I think it's just unlucky that you don't have as many locations as you could have, because there are about 20 locations in the deck. And you don't seem to have drawn many of them. You seem to have drawn all the Jon Snows. And all the 6 and 7 and 8 cost characters rather than the locations.
Yeah, that's it. Well,
that's alright, you can pay for a Jon Snow on a 2 gold plot, right? 1 gold with Winter.
Living the dream.
Yeah, it's all good.
So indeed, season builder is the guy called? This guy? That's
Aged Craftsman.
Aged Craftsman, oh, I'm almost there. Top 10 cards, look for Nightwatch cards. But yeah, now the problem begins because I'm looking at my hands and I'm looking at the top 10 cards.
Yeah.
I was thinking, hey, there is a flea bottom alley in there. So I can and
everything into his deck.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
GG.
So you're disqualified. I win.
Yeah. Luckily, I still remember my hand.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet it was a really, really good hand that you had, wasn't it, Chris? Yeah. That pinch in there and that superior claim.
We all know there's pinch in there. I'm like, okay, fuck. But Richard was so kind that he let me search for whatever card I need.
Yeah, I just don't feel like you would want to cheat.
No, not at all. Not at all.
What is there to gain apart from pride?
Well, I do remember it was satin, pinch, and some other.
On the plus side, because this is now like an hour into the game, no one else is going to still be watching.
Yeah, no one's going to be watching this.
No one's going to have seen your...
Our viewership has dropped off.
Or they've started here.
Go to the part, like, minute number 60, hour, or whatever it is.
Well, this is where they come back to resume the video and they're all fresh-eyed and ready to watch it properly. And
yeah.
Chris has done that.
Possibly.
And we're such a good talk, right? So...
Yeah. My English has been terrible. I think your English has been better than mine in this commentary.
You've tried, bless you.
I know. I'm just sort of sitting here like along for the ride. Oh, look at that wonderful hand that you had, Chris. Maester Raven and Saturn. That's alright, isn't it?
Coincidence.
That's nice, that.
Could have just searched for this.
Good thing you already had that in hand, isn't it?
Well, where's the card that you've got that says shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw the cards you want? That the lost message?
It's like a 10 cost event, that.
Well, we have the 3 cost event, right? So look for a steward, a ranger, and builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you've got there?
He does have fresh recruits.
I do have fresh recruits. And now, looking at it, it even looks for an army, so that's quite nice.
Yeah, because they've got a ranger and steward trait.
Yeah, so it's even better.
Fucking annoying. So you can get a ranger, ranging party, a steward, the great ranging. All they need is a builder army. Silence his crew again.
They wouldn't though, would they, for builders? Because the builders are never going to be needed like in an army like that. Because the army, like, if it's a ranging kind of army, they're going out, to look for baddies and whatnot. They need stewards to help with the fires and sending messages. They need the rangers to go and scout ahead. But they don't need a builder. They're not going to be fixing the wall.
Who's going to build fortification? Who builds, the sticks, the pointy sticks? And
who builds the pointy sticks?
Yeah, the little fortification to the camp.
So yeah, intrigue. with both Satin and Meester Aemon.
Makes
Satin stands Meester Aemon.
Yep.
Unopposed, no claim. And
Do you
what
want
do
my
I?
5?
No, Satin.
No, there's 2 strength and 1 strength respectively. So 3 strength win. So Chris is now at 10 power to my 7. But I have challenges with claim. So I've played Ranger's Cash, which is an interrupt to the taxation phase. I either draw 2 cards or gain 3 gold, which I'll take into the next round with me. So, it's a plot that I never ever see anyone else play. But I just love it. Just love it.
Oh, that's nice, honey.
I like playing it before Valar, so I can either have cards or money into my Valar turn. I like it. Nice.
Good.
I like it.
We're glad that you like it.
Thank you. Oh, look at that. Silence his
Another
crew,
wall.
pillaging a wall and getting another token for 2 strength. I'm just a lucky player, aren't I? Oh, Shadows card. What is it, Rebecca?
What is this?
Is this Pinch now?
What?
I don't know. Have we seen it?
It's a
Is it
card
familiar?
which I
what's
never
this?
ever saw.
What is this?
Blackwater Raiders. Shadow 3 to come out Shadow. And after they come out Shadow, I can choose a location in my opponent's discard pile of printing cost 2 or lower and put it into play under my control. So I stole his underground vault for more money.
So yeah, more locations there.
Because I've been waiting all game for something good at 2 cost to go into your discard pile, and I've just given up. Well, fuck it, I'll play them. Now both Valars are out of the way.
Yeah, until your plots recycle, right?
Yep, which is now.
Well, this is the last plot now, isn't it? 7th plot, and then we'll have our Valars back.
If you're an hour and 6 minutes and you've still not got through all your plots, that's when you know you've been playing slow, right?
We have been playing slow, but it's been a complicated game, checking reserves and
7 plots an hour is fair, right?
55 minutes, yeah. You might want to hit the 8th plot.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
normal games you play within time is 5 or 6 plots in, right?
You think?
No, I think in 55 minutes,
I mean, the most
you
tournaments I
would
played.
normally hit the 7th plot, at least flip it by the 55th minute.
True, depending on the board state.
But when you got 2 Valars, you often get round where the boards are tiny and you just flip through the challenger because there's nothing going on.
Ah, a new card.
I was going to say, what's that?
This is the card I should have played instead of Late Summer Feast, but hey. For a while, a 4/1/1. Reduce the cost of your first army or stronghold card. And I was thinking about when I had this in my hand, like, hey, I can play the wall with this. Well, my whole
Not a stronghold, is it?
It's a stronghold.
The wall?
Yeah.
Is it a stronghold? No. Is it?
I think so.
Would you like me to consult your memory?
Let me just consult Rebecca's memory.
But you plucked it out of my hand. But yeah, I should have did I read? Reduce the cost of your first army or stronghold. You marshal this phase by 4. So it will be a perfect card to play that army.
Yeah, they could have played the great ranging with that earlier and kept your late summer feast.
Yeah, that would have been, in hindsight, the better option. But still...
Yeah, it is a stronghold. The wall is a stronghold.
There you go.
Well, shit.
Even better now. But luckily, I had drawn Ranger Party.
Did you top deck that?
I had one in hand, the other I top decked. So, this was not a bad top deck.
Is that another one Druid?
Yeah. That's a nice board to have at this point. It almost feels like my marshalling pending that you're back.
I'm back, baby.
And even when there's a Valar, you're going to have 2 people standing. Probably a ranging party and an Aemon if we'll deal with the Valar next round. Because Aemon and Duke will save him, and then he'll kneel to save a ranging party. And I've just got a board of non-uniques.
Is that another card in Shadows?
Yeah, it is. What do you think it is? Oh, here comes the big boy.
No.
And what does he do, Rebecca?
He steals walls.
Yes, Core Euron, right?
It's Core Euron.
Yeah, he's nothing to be worried about when you've got 2 walls and you discard. It's
At this moment, I know my wall was gone.
Where's Squids? Don't you want to put it back in Chris's deck for him?
You know what? This is precisely the reason I didn't put the wall back in the deck. So I might have a chance to steal it one day with Euron and live the dream.
So selfish. So greedy.
Euron's always been a cold bastard.
Yes. But yeah, you played a shadow card, which I assume is a location, because it's bearing the gates.
That is a reasonable assumption. Or it could be Night Flare.
And here I'm going for intrigue, trying to go for range, otherwise needing your Euron, which was going to win a challenge anyway, felt like an...
Yeah, this is all the strength you could muster for intrigue, which is 5 strength. But I just choose to Euron and...
Yeah, makes sense.
Take the wall, I guess.
Why not, right?
Thanks, buddy.
He even handed it to you. Like, what do you want? Don't you want to take a look? Don't you want to see anything else?
You didn't even flip the table or anything.
I mean, he's still close.
Yeah, it is. I'm on 12 now.
But yeah, I had to make sure no wall is being triggered.
How are you going to manage that? Richard's got 3 characters with military and power. And you don't have any stealth, right?
That is very true.
But wait, is there a trick?
I know, that's what I'm wondering now. I'm interested.
Well, the thing is, I know Richard has to defend because he wants to keep his wall.
Mm.
Well, so, getting the 2 power, right?
Indeed, he does that.
Mm-hmm.
What is he going to do?
So, he needs defense, but I still have my 2 ranging parties, which is 10 strength. And I still have Castle Black, so I can defend all his challenges. So even if he triggers the wall now.
Ah, Night Flare. We have the art for that just behind you.
We do.
Yeah.
I got the artist's permission to get it printed for Richard for our wedding day.
Yeah.
Because Richard said he really liked the art.
That's nice. It's striking art with the moonlight on the boat.
Can't remember what it does.
So this is what I did not get. If you would have Night Flight Castle Black, you would have won.
Remember what Night Flare does?
No, yeah, I would have won.
What does Night Flare do again?
Get rid of a location. So I got rid of the Iron Throne.
Mm.
If I'd got rid of Castle Black, I would have won the power challenge. Took me up to 13 power, then the wall.
Ah.
Then I win. But no, I wanted to win in a more spectacular way.
Oh my God.
Are you winning?
Yeah, well, I want to win in a more spectacular way.
You're just going to get some renown on Euron.
Doesn't mean I'm going to win in a more spectacular way.
Well, we all know we got our plots back, right?
Oh, God.
Have we? But this is literally the reason I played Euron and saved 4 gold. Because I know I'm going to get reset again, so I thought I'd just keep more characters in hand.
So at this moment I was thinking 2 things.
Yep.
Or Valor, because Aemon and ranging party is not a bad Valor. Or do I want to play Nothing Burns But the Coal or something?
That's a plot.
But then I remembered, wait, there's that plot that has 1 initiative higher than that plot. And you're probably going to play that one. So I was expecting the Nothing Burns But the Cold, so I decided to go for Valor.
The thoughts of a top level player there.
Yeah.
What did I play?
Probably Nothing Burns But the Cold.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for me to play that. Get rid of your Castle Black.
And you get rid of the wall, right?
Of course. Of course.
So yeah, I was luckily not backing out of my first decision.
So Richard, just out of interest,
Yeah.
were you not tempted to play Valar yourself here?
No.
No?
No.
Because?
No, Chris doesn't Valar. I look really silly on camera. If it wasn't being recorded, I might have.
That's true. That's like that other game where I knew you were going to march me, and I also had marched. And I was like, but if I play marched and Richard doesn't play marched, and I just march my one character, then I'm going to look right numpty.
Yep, and I'm going to laugh about it on the commentary. It's going to be the funniest thing. Rebecca's going to be throwing Barra.
So I didn't march when I should have just marched. Never mind.
And this was also a Hail Mary, right? So he has so many locations. I'm top decking.
Yeah, even if I Valar as well, he still comes out with Maester Aemon. Although he is now.
Yeah.
True.
Not great. So, I have 2 cards in my hand.
Oh yeah, this is fun. So I played Triff.
This
I
is
thought,
fun.
right, I'm going to try and Triff the right thing, and then make sure you can't play one of your players out, one of your characters out.
Right.
So I'm looking through his dead piles to make sure I don't pick one of those, and I thought, well, I'm going to choose a card. What one am I going to choose? And then...
And I was like, oh fuck, the only card I have in my hand is on top of the discard pile, so he's probably going to pick that one. So he's going through the whole discard pile, and then a few things happen.
You just drop your cards face up.
No, so first, okay, so I have the Age Craftsman indeed in my hands. So I'm like, okay, fuck, please don't pick that, please don't pick that. And he's going through all this, oh, what kind of cards can you even still play? And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just take this card. No, that's dead, so doesn't really matter. Oh.
Like, fuck it, I'll go with Spare Boot. Just in case there's more Spare Boots.
And I was like, okay.
And then he just Age Craftsman and gets the one card I did not want him to get. The one card that could fuck me over.
Remember what Age Craftsman does again?
He's the one who's 3 cost, 1 strength, power icon, search top 10 cards of your deck for a Night's Watch location of printed cost 2 or lower and put it into play.
So the top deck was not bad. And Flea Bottom Alley and in Age Craftsman.
Yeah, so Fleet, so you're going to draw a card after this as well.
Yeah.
And now, what triggers first? Is it the search or is it the drawing a card?
That's a nice top deck though.
That's a really nice top deck, yeah. Especially if you don't trust the other one. Otherwise, it would have pretty sad top deck.
That would have been the best. That would have been almost as good as drawing a hand judgment off your opponent's late summer fee to cancel their put to the sword and then win the game. For example. Just an example off the top of my head.
Love you too, Han. So what are we doing now? We're looking for the
top.
So that is the one card I did not want to see.
Remember what it is?
Haunted Forest.
It's a Haunted Forest that contribute +1. So if I do a challenge, it won't be unopposed. So my plan here was, I got character in hand, but my plan here to get power with Triss, he would have to oppose it. Maybe with the ranging party. And then I'll bring Makoro out of Shadow, bounce his ranging party, get it unopposed and claim win. That was my plan. That's how I wanted to win the game with Makoro. However, he's got a Haunted Forest. He can just say unopposed, and I can't even Makoro or anything. Only won't get unopposed, and I'll be on 14 pounds. I can't defend the wall. What a dickhead!
Solid.
You're feeling sad.
Yeah, I wanted to Makoro on camera. That is stylish. I think you'll agree.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got the law trait.
What's this?
Fresh recruits.
This was my top draw, so also not bad.
Search your deck for a ranger, a builder, and a steward, and add them to your hand.
So I'm looking for everything that's cheap.
And this is the right thing to do at this stage. Get the cheap one, put them on the board. Shame you couldn't afford Old Forest Hunter.
Yeah.
Because then you could... Oh, you got any...
Nah.
You're a dickhead.
Wow.
You're not going to shuffle your hand back into the left.
Well, my hand is in front of me, so face up.
Hey, what's that character on the board? It's called Fresh Recruits.
So yeah, I think you play out everything. Otherwise, Rich will gain power from his one-off location. Because my reserve is probably very low.
So I'm going to play Iron Gate. Now, what am I looking for with Iron Gate? I have another plan.
Oh,
His backup plan.
Just in case it doesn't work, I had a backup plan. So Haunting Forest pissed me off, so I needed a backup plan to win the game. And I got it. With my Iron Gate. Right? I mean, I'm pretty pissed off I can't Makara or anything. That's just really annoying.
What's happening right now?
So he did a power challenge. I was unopposed. Hunter Forest held. But so not unopposed, but the claim.
Yeah.
No, he's attacking me. He got no claim. I'm going to bring Makara out anyway and just defend the power challenge because, like, what the fuck is this shit? Why are you playing Velour cards in Greyjoy?
I was like, looking at the card like, I know I've seen this card before. But what does it do? It's a very expensive remove from challenge.
Yes, but it can be very impactful.
Yes, that's definitely true.
Not only does it remove from challenge, it bounces any character that's defending and puts it on top of the deck. So it can remove power and remove 7 costers.
So I was proud, hey, I stopped Richard for another round. Live to see another day.
But
I was happily taking Dom.
Oh, he takes Dom?
Yeah.
And you remember what I did in the challenge phase? What did I do in the challenge phase?
I don't know. What did you do in the challenge phase?
I triggered my Iron Gate, so I'd have too many cards in hand, so I'd have to discard a card with Sea Song and draw the power, get power for it, win the game.
Sad way to end.
It's a great way to end.
It's not Makara though, is it?
Oh, it's not Makara, no. That would have been banter. But actually, using your Iron Gate, so you've got 6 cards in hand when your reserve is 5, for example, so you have to discard and then gain a power for it, is just baller.
Iron Gate is just being the first player, right? That's the only...
Just, yeah, be first player, yeah.
Wait, need second player?
No.
Too bad.
Too bad, yo! So yeah, that was a great game, Chris. I enjoyed that. It was really good. It showed off both the decks in quite a decent way.
Yeah. Again, I really found it very fun to play in real life, and I saw some new cards. New cards are cool.
Yeah?
They're not OP or anything, so they overpowered, and it was fun. And we still have another plot to share with you.
Oh yeah, that's in your scheme deck.
It's in my scheme deck, which is not on show, but it's the pointy end, scheme/war, 4/3/1. When revealed, choose a character. If there are 2 or more attachments attached to the character, discard each attachment. Again, attachment hate. Otherwise, discard each duplicate and each power from it, which is pretty nice.
That's pretty good if you want to offensive Valar. You can just get rid of...
I would say it's a solid range plot. I won't ever play it in real life.
Not even in range?
I played in range, but not on my regular deck.
I think people do play in real life though.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.